Peggy 18.
You want to make real money? Dirty little secret for you. It's in arms. Just routine business that needs a bunker, research, and manufacturing. Here's the Mobile Operations Center. You get the point. Cook up new, exciting ways of terminating people. Then make a tidy profit and do the country proud.
Today marks 2 years of anniversary time. We're celebrating, we got tons of cupcakes here. We're going to be chowing down, and we've also got a nice big shiny cake. Last week we celebrated 2 years of Dirty Bomb being free to play on Steam. We want to say a big thank you to all of you for joining us on this journey and continuing on with us. We're now in the best and strongest position we've ever been in, and the future is very bright. In a previous dev video, we let you know about a test we plan to run to improve server performance in South America. Last week we kicked off this test, and we're happy to say, well, we'll let the comments speak for themselves. Now, if you haven't jumped in and tried out the new servers yet, please do and let us know how they are. If the test continues to do well and you utilize the servers, we'll make the changes permanent. So, come on you South America, grab your friends, jump in game, and crack some skulls. 2 weeks ago, we announced our Dockyard Goes Live competition, where we challenged you to make a video based on Dockyard. We've had a load of entries ranging from trick jump tutorials to frag movies, and now we're happy to say we have our top 3. In third place and receiving 5 elite cases, we have Wasi and their super helpful trick jump tutorial. In second place and the winner of 10 elite cases is Average Russian and their overall Dockyard showcase. And taking home first place and 15 elite cases is Ghosty Ghost and their epic frag movie. We also have an honourable mention for Ragnak for the sheer amount of collect kills they got. Seriously, it's double headshot o'clock. Well done to everyone who entered. What a talented bunch you are. Clear your calendars for next week, as Rank Season 3 is kicking off on Tuesday the 13th. So get ready for new cases, new skins, new trinkets, and a brand new season. If you want to get ahead of the game on what's coming, then head over to and like our Facebook page, as that's where we'll be posting all the facts. Hitting the store today, we have 3 new starter packs available, ready to kickstart your Merc career. So, now's the perfect time to pick up the mercs you've been waiting for. This week
How do you do, fellow mercenaries?
This week...
I feel so good right now. How about you take your opinion and shove it?
That's 3601.
It's called skill, son.
Phantom.
Blading is an art form.
VO-line.
Yes!
Fantastic. Last week, the most reported issues were quick join team balance, crafting system, and time to unlock mercs. For quick join team balance, we expect balance to improve once Rank Season 3 goes live. And of course, we're still continuing our work towards casual matchmaking. For the crafting system, as we said last week, the improvements we want to make feed into a ton of other systems too, and we'll talk about those when we have updates. And lastly, for time to unlock mercs, you can earn credits quite efficiently in-game. Check out Candy Ruse and LCTR Games YouTube guides on the fastest ways. Have you tried out our updates to the South American servers yet? If so, let us know in the comments below how they're doing. Now, take a second to hit that subscribe button, and also hit the bell to turn on notifications too.
Face It is a game about helping ourselves to face our inner issues and find something brighter. And how can a game help anyone with any of that? It's pretty simple, actually. It's a 5-letter word. Magic. Magic is said to have the power of changing reality. But if you want to change reality, you must first change yourself. You must fight those old, dirty little pieces of yourself and begin to be who you really can be. As you begin to change yourself, the reality around you will also start to change, as your thoughts and words and actions will spark a chaining reaction in everything you see and touch. That's the power of magic. That's the power of mind. And what has the power of changing minds? Symbols. Symbols can travel to the deepest layers of the subconscious mind and make operations that the conscious thought cannot do. That's why symbols are so important to magic, religion, and science. As you control this character through the levels, avoiding spikes, timing your jumpings, finding letters, forming words, discovering symbols, the gameplay itself becomes a symbol. Or what we used to call in magic slang, a sigil. A magic symbol made to make deep changes inside your mind. Symbols change minds, minds change actions, and actions change reality. That's how magic is done.
Welcome to Medieval Kingdom Wars from Reverie World Studios. I'm Gordon Farrell, associate producer and lead writer. Let me introduce you to the inglorious 100 Years' War. Today, well, it's 1419, and England is making its big move to capture Paris. The English king is Henry V, and he holds the doddering old French king Charles VI as hostage. You can see Paris is a huge, meticulously recreated copy of the actual medieval city. Our goal is to recreate all the large towns of medieval Europe with this kind of detail. There's truly some breathtaking stuff here. That's worth defending, right? In history, the French heir apparent was Charles VII, and it took him quite a while to get any real military skills under his belt. You're Charles VII here, and you're getting ready to defend Paris, and you've already got your act together, because, well, unlike Charles, you've been playing these kinds of games for years, right? You know the English are coming, and you're getting ready to make them regret contaminating France with their tea and crumpets. The game involves fixed forces as well as base building. So first, let's get our existing garrison troops onto the walls and into the towers. As well as making the best of the existing garrison, we also need to build up the infrastructure of Paris and train new troops. To complicate things, though, the player needs to wrestle control of the city from the local gangs. Gangs were notorious in medieval cities, and the player has to bargain with or, well, otherwise deal with these petty criminals that control various districts of Paris. When directly controlling the city, as opposed to working from the world map, the combat infrastructure and micromanagement of the economy come into play. There are resources that have to be managed. Stone, iron, wood, and food are the basic ones, but there are 17 resources altogether which can fire up your economy or, in their absence, leave you with your own medieval version of the Great Recession. During siege, you have to get creative with your economy. Chop down park trees and decorative firs. Take apart town housing and other buildings. Hunt down alley rats and homeless dogs for food. Just keep in mind, you don't want to anger the populace too much by your actions. These ungrateful peasants have to live somewhere. Now the French player is taking care of some last-minute military preparations and recruiting as many troops as we can afford. It's a tricky thing to pull off because every soldier has to get paid, and that means raising taxes on your citizens. Every soldier has to be fed, and that's food you're taking away from your citizens. We just moved from the autumn into the winter of 1419-1420. And look at how your citizens are reacting in the lower right-hand corner. They're hungry, they're cold, they're pissed, and in a minute, they're going to be mad as hell and they're not going to take it anymore. They'll attack your livestock for food, riot, burn buildings, and even open the gates for the enemy when he shows up. So what do? Sure, we can feed them and donate some wood for heating, but there's always a more ruthless way. You want to have a revolution? I'll show you a revolution. Damn it, the peasants are revolting. Man, whoever said it was good to be king. Killing 100 or so of these free spirits should put your populace back under control to some extent. But then they'll pay fewer taxes, and right now we have to hold Paris at all costs. Now it's early spring, and here comes Henry V with his English army. The English set up their siege camp, and the French quickly get their outlying citizens behind the safety of the city walls. Let's leave the English a little surprise and lay oil pitch around the gates. The game unfolds in real time, whether you're getting ready to defend or opening a can of medieval whoop-ass on your neighbor. Other players, including AI players, might suddenly show up and add their 2 cents, or in this case their 2 sous, or 2... never mind. Okay, here we go.
You would be yours.
Light 'em up, boys.
You would be yours. Eagerly now.
Oh, boom. Damn, that hurt. The battle is basically a free-for-all, with siege towers, mantlets to protect your soldiers, trebuchets, battering rams. You've got your onslaught of archers, flaming arrows, you know, your basic medieval nightmare. Now we're looking at some of the gritty, blood-soaked combat you'll be experiencing. Those rampart walkways look mighty slippery. Clean up on aisle 5. And the desperate defenders dash to get a few more troops recruited. The English have broken through the walls. The defending player pulls back into the city. Now, instead of siege combat, it's hand-to-hand, building-to-building street fighting. Now is when you want the town populace on your side. The defenders are whipping together their street barricades. Les Miserables, anyone? And those barricades are formidable obstacles. Historically, the Burgundians showed up now to help the English. But has England been taking care of her diplomatic relations? The challenge is not to screw it up the way so many of the actual historical figures did. You get to rewrite European history, or if you're not careful, get yourself written out of European history. This is 100 years of war for you to get lost in.